My favorite thing in the world to do is sleep. And I think most of us can agree that sleeping on the weekends or on your day off is a luxury. But sadly, sleep isn't always peaceful for everyone. Welcome back to InformOverload. We tell the news and we make it entertaining. I'm your host, Michael Mello. I got an Instagram account and I'm assuming you got one too. And as I was scrolling through Instagram, I noticed that InformOverload is having a contest right now where we're giving away money. And take it from a poor person, free money is always a good thing. But since I work here, I can't enter, so do me a favor, get on your Instagram, go follow at InformOverload, check out our latest posts and enter our contest so you can win yourself some money. Seriously, take one for the team. If you win money, it makes me feel better that you want it. You know, you could take yourself out to dinner, you could buy yourself a nice t-shirt, or you could even buy yourself a nice pillow so you can sleep better. Speaking of sleep, imagine being frightened of sleep. Knowing that falling asleep means your entire body shuts down, laying there motionless, but your mind continues to run astray. Continue to be fully conscious of your surroundings. Well, this is known as sleep paralysis, and apparently it's pretty common in a lot of people. However, some people experience extreme sleep paralysis in which they see some horrific and otherworldly things. Julia Banim took to internet to open up about her crippling sleep paralysis, in which she reveals the scariest things she's ever seen. She writes about how at times she'd see an old woman with a mottled corpse-like body, a frightening grin, and a bloodshot gaze. But most frightening, sometimes she'd get visited by a shadowy male figure who would lurk at her doorway, then climb onto her bed and loom over her, breathing and screeching in an animalistic rasp and an inaudible voice. No matter how hard she tried to shut her eyelids, she could continue to still feel the monster. What made matters worse is the layer between being awake and sleep paralysis, she said, in which you can hear the ordinary sounds of your family preparing breakfast or someone going to the washroom, but at the same time you have a monster leeching into your eyes. Now you may be wondering, why the heck do some people experience sleep paralysis and why do they see these scary things? Well, I'm no doctor, I did graduate with a Bachelor of Arts, but I am going to explain to you the science behind this. What I mean by that is I'm going to quote a real doctor. Dr. Abraham from the London Sleep Center explained why this works. He explained that there's two types of sleep. Non-rapid eye movement sleep, which is what most of us experience when we go to bed. Our body and mind completely shut down and we just sleep. But then there's rapid eye movement sleep, or REM sleep for short, which is essentially when you have a very active brain but a paralyzed body. What happens is that the brain and our spinal cord turn off, making a person unable to move, but the brain stem, which is at the back of the brain, stays active. And since the back of the brain is essentially what also allows us to create dreams, those who experience sleep paralysis essentially enter a state in which their body is paralyzed but their mind is dreaming with their eyes open, which can induce terrifying, scary stuff. This can cause a lot of anxiety, as these hallucinations can feel very, very real because half your brain is functioning but you're unable to control your mind and body. In a lot of cultures, people have assumed that anyone who experiences extreme sleep paralysis and sees demonic and horrifying creatures are possessed. But really, it's just a wiring error within the brain. Julia says for her, leaving the light on at night helped control the sleep paralysis and nightmares, but still at times when she would try to go to sleep, she felt an unbelievable pressure inside her skull. She once experienced a monster who used the same voice as people she knew in her real life, which made it impossible for her to keep her eyes closed, as she kept thinking her loved ones needed her help. Doctors have noted that these hallucinations and sleep paralysis in general can be treated by enhancing your serotonin metabolism. Basic antidepressant medication for a short period of time can sort it all out, meaning thankfully sleep paralysis can be cured. Well, there you have it. I am forever thankful I've never experienced sleep paralysis or had to experiencing a monster-like creature face to face and being unable to move. Have you experienced sleep paralysis? Share your story in the comment section below. And speaking of comments, it's time for me to respond to some of your comments from my past video, Meghan Markle gives birth to a boy. Barbara Carcamo says, I will like every one of your videos from now on if I get a feature. Okay, Barbara, here's your feature. I'm expecting a like on every single one of the videos, okay? Jamarly Francis, the antisocial gamer, says, yay, it's Michael, you're my favorite. You're my favorite. Demi says, I think you're adorable, Pizza Prince. Why, thank you, Demi. I do what I can for my loyal subjects. I think you're all dope. Get it? Get it? Dough, like pizza dough, and then I said dope, you know? You guys are a tough crowd, man. And last but not least, the invisible Deaky says, I like this new guy. He's funny. You may not think I'm funny after the last joke I just made, but I still appreciate your comment. Alright, you've reached the end of this video. Click here to watch more IO videos. If you want to get on my good side, you should follow us on Instagram and enter our Instagram contest. As always, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you never miss another IO video.